Got email here. Don't know if anyone else has said this because I've just woken up. This is Natasha Moribato. She goes, she likes a small scruffy dog running out of the butcher's with a string of sausages in his mouth. Thinking of this immediately takes me to my happy place, especially if there's a red-faced butcher with his hands on his hips, standing in the doorway going, harumph.
Shaking his fist.
Natasha, you still. Natasha lives in the Pino. I like it when the Bash Street kids overcome that teacher of theirs. What do I like? There's something I like. I like conquering being the cat's overlord. You think that they're all laughing at me.
You also like, I don't know if you want me to tell everyone,
go on, yeah.
complaining in hotels, you said.
I do like complaining in hotels. I like to go to the hotel and like sort of, you know, I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot going on in my life. I'll go into the hotel room, I'll look around and say, right, now, could these guys be making any improvements, you know?
Most people dread that sort of thing.
Well, for me, it's alright. A bit of conflict, you know, makes me feel alive. You know, I think it's alright. I'll just say, oh, this room's not very nice, is it? Can I have another one? I like it. Although I don't like the room, is what I say.
Even if you like the room, what if you went into a room and it was absolutely perfect? Would you still try and find something you can wear out?
A little bit of me feel frustrated that there's nothing to complain about.
Terrible thing.
Well, what do you think that's indicative of, without going too deep into my psyche, bearing in mind we're on the radio?
I just think you're a bit bored.
That's all that is. I'm certainly not a dangerous megalomaniac. Trev, what about you, mate? Have you got anything else you'd like to do? Tying people up or something?
No,
making people cry?
No. Sometimes I like being stopped by the police. It's
Why?
quite exciting.
Probably from going on a rampage, killing people's pets, is it?
Barefoot with just dead mice as shoes.
Little dead mice slippers, stamping away on the accelerator.
Screeching.
Out the window. Anyone who'll listen. I think it's worth looking at the webcam because I think that works better. If you imagine Trevor Locke saying that with his little Alan Bennett bespectacled face, screaming "I like it" at a world drenched in mouse blood. those lyrics seem
I've never done anything wrong, and that's why I
never done anything wrong. Trevor, you're not Jesus.
No, I'm not Jesus.
Even he went mad in
that temple. He should never have done that. He regretted that. Although the minute he came out of the temple, he said to himself, I like the way I showed them moneylenders who's boss.
Well, you've never done anything wrong. What do you mean, in a driving sense? Or?
Yeah, I mean that I'm morally irreproachable. No, what I'm saying is that from the police point of view, they stopped me, and I did something once. I was driving down the M1 with my reverse lights on.
Yeah.
But
backwards?
No, forwards.
How'd you get your reverse lights on?
That's the brilliant thing. That was the great thing, because I reckon that when the copper saw me, he probably thought...
The copper? Who are you, Fletch? What is this, porridge?
Did you rewire those lights so it was like that label thing? I know what, this'll test them.
That's what I like. That is what I like doing, rewiring my reverse lights so that I can go forwards with them on, confusing police officers.
So what's your attitude to the police?
My attitude towards...
It's like Ice Cube's attitude to the police.
What happened was...
The pop caps. There's been a 187 on an undercover cop. It's Trevor Locke. Hey, we should get Tim Westwood on the phone, shouldn't we? Talk to him for a bit, see what he likes. We'll see if we can ring him. Yeah. As soon as we can't get Noel Gallagher, we'll ring Westwood. He's our other mate. I think it's because he likes challenging authority. I like that. When
from a safe distance, when you know you've done nothing wrong.
Exactly. When I was a drug addict and I had to go on holidays abroad, I had to carry drugs in the most unusual fashion in my internal little suitcase. And now, when I ain't got no drugs in my internal little suitcase, it's nice to go through customs and think, well, even if there is a cavity search, I'm going to pass with flying colours.
I think everyone thinks that, Russell.
Don't we all just think, well, you can look up there all you like, mister. You won't find nothing. I'm clean as a whistle, sharp as a thistle.